So we are here at a Fayetteville legendary stop.
Must stop.
Must stop. Herman's Rib House, established here in 1964. It looks like it's been around since 1964. I don't mean that in a bad way.
Nostalgia.
And it's nostalgic, and
Yeah.
you walk into this place, and Brett Bielema, Matt Stinchcomb, Dari Noka here with you. It is the stuff of legend. This place, it's not huge, but it's always full. The food is clearly the best. It didn't take you long, Brett, did you, to realize?
First time I was hooked.
Yeah, first time. How long after you got here to Arkansas did you did it take you to be introduced to Herman's?
You know, I believe I came here the second week I was here, the first Thursday night. My wife and I came. I went with the ribs. I'm a traditionalist, but the truth is, my wife comes here and she has the omelet. I know it sounds silly to go to a rib place, but the omelet here is to die for.
Once you've been here, you know the omelet is to die for.
Everything's good. Really, there's
Everything.
nothing wrong. Steak.
This is your
chop.
first time.
Yeah.
I can. That's all I can do to contain myself. Y'all can talk it up all
It's
you
about
want.
to
I'm
get real.
salivating so
It's
badly.
about to
It's
get
all
real.
over the table, but
It's about to get real.
things are about to change a little bit, right? Family-wise, you do birthdays here, maybe. Won't be that long. You'll have an opportunity
Baby
to come here
birthdays
for
at
that.
Herman's?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Actually, my wife flew back. She has a lot of relatives back in Wisconsin. She flew back to Oshkosh, Wisconsin right now tonight. She's in a wedding up there, which allowed me to have boys' night here tonight. So we closing in. We're at 27 weeks. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a very exciting time to see her in her new role and to see, you know, she's getting a little bit of a baby bump, which is awesome. I mean, I told her I've had a bump for about 20 years. It ain't that big a deal. But she's really excited about hers, and it's been a lot of fun.
We've got longer gestational periods.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
It may
You
not
said
ever
yours.
happen.
I'm not doing as good as you.
That's amazing too that he was an offensive lineman
Yeah.
in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Well, the best part about it to me sometimes is the cravings, because we get to play a
Yeah,
part, right?
yeah.
You get to ride along on the bus with them.
Well, they call it sympathy eating.
Yeah.
Is that what is that
sympathy
called?
eating. Yeah.
When we were at the bowl game, there was a Capitol Grill next door, and they had a lobster mac and cheese, and it was another weird thing she wanted, but it was lobster mac and cheese and like sweet potato fries, and I'm like, doesn't even sound that good, but I got to go pick it up, and I could get whatever I wanted as well. So she didn't help my diet plans, but we've gotten better now. She's zoning in, and we're eating healthy.
So I'll use restaurant food terminology here for this. You talk about bowl game last year, right?
Yeah.
Did you do a little sympathy eating to get over what happened there at the end of the year?
Yes and no. You know, I mean, it was a tough game, and it was a tough game for me, but our fans, you know, our players, our coaches, our administration, everybody that loves and breathes and loves the Razorbacks, those two games were a letdown. But on the flip side, you know, I think you turn a negative to a positive. It was a very bad situation. If you let it remain bad, it's going to turn into more. We've turned it into a positive. Our kids are very coachable. They're very hungry. They're very eager to succeed. They've been able to put that behind them and understand what we've done wrong in the past and what we need to do well. And I'm excited about this group.
It seems like that. I mean, we've got to spend some time, not
Yeah.
just with you, some of the guys on the staff, but a lot of the players. How did you get them to flip that switch to turn that negative to a positive?
I think, Matt, you and I know from competing, those setbacks and those adversity are really hard to deal with. But they're more learning. You learn more out of those situations than you do tenfold the moments of success. You play a great game or you have a big win. It's that moment where you kind of euphoric, but the next day you move on. Well, those losses kind of linger, and you kind of that aftertaste that just burns. And I think the rest of the world is always able to move on, but we bring those memories. I can tell you to a T, as a head coach now going into my 13th year, I remember the defeats. I remember the setbacks. I remember the pain a lot more than championships and overtime wins and all that. It's just the way that we're wired.
Remember when you came here from Wisconsin and the thought was, he's not an SEC head coach. And at the time, you weren't.
Right.
What do you think being an SEC head coach means, and how has your definition of it changed in the 5 years you've been here?
When you go through change, you learn more by experiencing the failures once you get there, you know? I thought I had it all figured out. Obviously in the Big Ten, we won a lot of games, 3 straight championships. I hadn't done that in 30 years. I could have stayed there and done it forever. I wanted to do something that never been done before. I wanted to put something on my back that we can do, and we're gonna get there. But the tribulations that I've learned were from the failures that we experienced. And the only way you're gonna learn them is going through them.
Well, and it wasn't like you were walking into a ready-made scenario. I mean, there's no arguing that you're not scared of a challenge.
Well, that and then, you know, we changed dramatically what they were doing. It was like literally changing everything that they had recruited and believed in philosophically wise to something that was totally different. And that's fun. We're in year 5. I get it. These are my guys, my players. We're ready to rock and roll. I think they understand what I'm saying before I say it, and it's really a fun time to be in our program.
That fatherly instinct of like thinking not just game 1, week 1, but 15, 16, 18 years down the road and the kind of place you want to be and you know, all of those other decisions you haven't had to make before.
No.
We've obviously had to make it 3 times over, but you know, is something changing up here a little bit?
I'm sure it is in certain regards, but I'm kind of a live for the moment guy. Jen has been a great grounding source for me because she does think long range better than me. I tend to live the moment and understand where we're at, you know, but I kind of want to just go do this, go do that, and she kind of says, let's take a moment and think about it. So I think the balance of us together, and that's another great reason why I came here. When I went to Wisco, it was everything, oh, here's Brett's wife. Here's Brett's wife, and I'm like, she has a name, her name is Jen. I wanted to do something together with her, and that's what we're able to do here. Obviously, to bring a child into the world is a whole different game changer that we're doing together.
How do you think your job, day to day, night to night,
Yeah.
overnight to overnight, will be impacted?
Well, obviously, I hope she's a deep sleeper when she gets there.
There's no such thing.
I don't
That's
think so.
okay.
I've been praying, been told there's a chance. But I think also Jen and I have had some preliminary talks. One thing I do is I say, hey, what about this? What about that? And you know, if I get home at midnight and I'm getting up at 5 and I got a 4-hour window to sleep, I think she understands, you know. She always says, you take care of that office, I'll take care of this office. And she means our home.
Perfect.
And I couldn't ask for a better partner in life in that regard. So that part's real.
Look who's here.
Nick.
Nick
Great
Wright.
timing.
Nick Wright, owner of this incredible establishment. What do we got, Nick?
We got a rack of baby backs.
Rack of baby backs.
You won't find any better anywhere in the United States.
Not gonna try to.
What do we do to the ribs
Honestly,
here?
you don't have to do anything. Some people put sauce on them. I like them just the way they are.
Yeah, they're naked, they're pretty good.
How'd you make, what can you tell us is not overly secretive? Nothing?
Yeah, nothing proprietary.
Yeah,
Don't
we-
break any rules.
That's all I can
That's
tell
all
you.
you
That's all I can tell you.
All
right.
He don't let go of that. I've been trying to find out the omelet recipe. He
Yeah.
ain't giving it up.
Here's what I know. When Nick shows up and the food's here, the segment's over. You guys ready to eat?
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Let's see.
Guys, enjoy.
Fantastic. Thanks.
Thanks, Nick.
May I?
Yes.
Get it?
Get it, hit it, and get it.
I'm just gonna watch you for the first time.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hot. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
I sit down when I make a set. I just kind of put myself in a situation, whether it's a club, an event, and just kind of try to tell a story. You know, start off slow, and then, you know, it's a climax. It's just like a story.